Hello, this is the lecture number 7 for the chapter quadrilaterals for the class 9th, and in the last lecture we have done the question number 1 of 8.2 exercise. Now in question number 2 of 8.2 exercise, it is given that there is a rhombus in which line segment joining this midpoint of their side is a rectangle you have to prove. So given A, B, C, D is a rhombus, and you have to prove and it is given that P, Q, R, S are midpoints, and you have to prove that this P, Q, R, S is a rectangle. You have to prove that it is a rectangle. Now to prove it, let us join AC and BD. AC and BD intersecting at O. Intersecting at O. So to prove that it is a rectangle, if I prove that their consecutive sides are equal. First of all, I'll prove that it is a parallelogram. PQRS is the parallelogram. Then I'll prove that it is a rectangle. So PQ, this is PQ is parallel to AC, and PQ is equal to half of AC, midpoint theorem. SR is parallel to AC, and SR is equal to half of AC. This is the midpoint theorem. In triangle ABC, P and Q are the midpoints, so therefore PQ is parallel to AC, and in triangle DAC, SR are the midpoints, so therefore SR is parallel in half of this S and R are the midpoint of AD and DC. So therefore I can say that PQRS is a parallelogram, because one pair of opposite sides equal and parallel. Quadrilateral is a parallelogram whose one pair of opposite side equal and parallel. Now because ABCD is a rhombus, so their diagonals will be perpendicular to each other. So let us say that is U and this is V. Now OU is parallel to PB and OV is parallel to UP, opposite side of the parallelogram, opposite sides of parallelogram, because we had proved that or we can say parts of the parallel lines, parts of parallel lines. If the two lines are parallel, then parts will also be parallel. So therefore OVPU is a parallelogram. OVPU is a parallelogram because this is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. Now angle 1 is equal to 90 degree. Diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. Angle 1 is equal to 90 degree. Angles of diagonals of a rhombus. Diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. Diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular because AC and BD are diagonal of ABCD rhombus. So angle 1 will equal to 90 degree. Now angle P is equal to angle 1 is equal to 90 degree. Opposite angles of parallelogram. We have already proved that OVPU is a parallelogram, and angle 1 and angle P are the opposite angles of the parallelogram. Angle 1 is equal to 90 degree, therefore angle P is also equal to 90 degree. So for PQRS, I proved that one of angle is equal to 90 degree. So therefore PQRS is a rectangle. Why? If one angle of parallelogram equal to 90 degree, it is a rectangle. A parallelogram is a rectangle if one of its angle is equal to 90 degree. So it is a rectangle. So line segment joining the midpoint of the consecutive sides of a rhombus, we have proved that it is equal to a rectangle. So this is the question number 2 of this 8.2 exercise. Now read the question number 3, in which in place of ABCD rhombus, ABCD rectangle given, then line segment joining the midpoints of the consecutive sides, you have to prove that it is a rhombus. So opposite question is given, ABCD rectangle given, and PQRS, you have to prove that it is a rhombus. So question number 3, it is given that ABCD is a rectangle, consecutive sides joining a quadrilateral is obtained, which is a rhombus. You have to prove PQRS are the midpoints. So given that ABCD is a rectangle, PQRS are midpoints, and you have to prove that PQRS is a rhombus. So as usual, construct it, join AC and prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. So as usual, PQ is parallel to AC, PQ is equal to half of AC, SR is parallel to AC, SR is equal to half of AC. This we have already done in question number 1 by midpoint theorem. So what can you conclude from these step number 1 and 2? Therefore we can say that PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR from step number 1 and 2. So therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. Reason you all know that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram whose one pair of opposite sides equal and parallel. Now because we have to prove that PQRS is a rhombus, I will prove that its consecutive sides are equal. So I will prove that the triangle SAP and triangle QBP are congruent. AS is equal to BQ, half of the equal sides, half of equal sides. Angle A is equal to angle B, both 90 degree. Angles of rectangle, this angle A is equal to angle B, angles of rectangle. AS is equal to BQ, half of the equal sides, and AP is equal to PB, it is given. AP is equal to PB, it is given. So therefore triangle SAP is congruent to triangle QBP by side angle side. Now these two triangles are congruent, SAP and QBP by side angle side. These two triangles are congruent. So SP is equal to PQ, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. SP is equal to QP, corresponding part of the congruent triangle. Therefore PQRS is a rhombus. Reason: parallelogram is a rhombus whose consecutive sides are equal. Parallelogram is a rhombus whose consecutive sides are equal. We have proved that this PQRS is a parallelogram. Then I proved that PSP is equal to PQ. They are consecutive side of the parallelogram which is equal. So I can say that it is a rhombus because parallelogram is a rhombus whose consecutive sides are equal. So as usual, we had proved that PQRS is a parallelogram. Then I had proved that the PQ is equal to SP, which is the consecutive sides of the parallelogram. So therefore it is a rhombus. So just the opposite question of question number 2. See it. Now in question number 4, what is given? Read it carefully. In question number 4, you read it. It is given that ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD and BD diagonal and E is the midpoint of AD. So it is given that ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium, it is given, and in which DC is parallel to AB and BD is the diagonal and E is the midpoint of AD. E is the midpoint of AD, and a line is drawn parallel to AB meeting BD at G, and you have to prove that F is also the midpoint of BC. You have to prove it. So it is a somewhat easy question. It is given is DE is equal to EA, that is E is the midpoint of AD, and EF is parallel to AB, and you have to prove that CF is equal to FB, that is F is the midpoint of BC. Now in triangle DAB and DE is equal to EA, it is given, and EG is parallel to AB is also given. So I can write that EG, I can write that this parallel to this is equal to this, so I can write that DG is equal to GB, converse of midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem, which says that in a triangle, if a line drawn from the midpoint of one side of triangle parallel to the third side, then it will bisect the second side, that is DG is equal to GB. Now in triangle DBC, DG is equal to GB, we have proved, and GF is parallel to DC, it is given. GF is parallel to DC, it is given. So I can write, because this parallel to this is equal to this, that is the midpoint. So therefore F is also the midpoint of BC by the converse of midpoint theorem. So CF is equal to FB. So CF is equal to FB, converse of midpoint theorem. So it is a rather simple question. First of all, DAB triangle, I would use the converse of midpoint theorem, that's DG is equal to GB. Then by converse of midpoint theorem in triangle DBC, CF is equal to FB, because GF is parallel to DC and G is the midpoint of DB. It is given. So by converse of midpoint theorem in both the triangles. So this is the question number 4. Now in question number 5, what is given? You read it. In question number 5, it is given that in a parallelogram ABCD, E and F are the midpoints of AB and CD. So there is a parallelogram ABCD, and E and F are the midpoint of AB and CD, it is given, and BD diagonal, there's a diagonal BD, it is given. A line is drawn parallel to this EF, then you have to prove that this trisect the diagonal BT. In a parallelogram ABCD, E and F are the midpoint of the AB and CD, and respectively, and you have to show that the line segment AF and CF trisect BD. Trisect BD means you have to prove that they are in the 3 equal parts. You have to prove that it is divided into 3 equal parts, the diagonal BD. So what is given? ABCD is a parallelogram. E and F are midpoints, and what you have to prove? You have to prove that DP is equal to PQ is equal to BQ, that is BD trisected by AF and CF. Now first of all, I will prove that AECF is a parallelogram. Now AE is parallel to CF and AE is equal to CF, half of parallel sides. Because E and F are the midpoints, so because AB is parallel to CD, so I can say that AE is parallel to CF and AE is equal to, a step or you can write that AB is parallel to CD and AB is equal to CD. AB is parallel to CD and AB is equal to CD because opposite side of the parallelogram. So therefore AECF is a parallelogram because one pair of opposite sides equal and parallel. Parallelogram हो गया because ये opposite side equal और parallel हो गया. Now in triangle ABP, see it very carefully, ABP, EQ is parallel to AP, opposite side of the parallelogram. Because this is a parallelogram, so this is parallel to this, opposite side of the parallelogram. AE is equal to EB, A is equal to EB, it is given. ये midpoint है, तो what can write, because this is equal to this and this line is parallel to this, तो PQ is equal to QB, converse of midpoint theorem. PQ is equal to QB, converse of midpoint theorem. So first part we have proved that this is equal to this. Now in triangle DQC, see it carefully, DQC, now PF is parallel to QC, opposite side of the parallelogram, DF is equal to FC, it is given, so DP will be equal to PQ, converse of midpoint theorem. So PF is parallel to QC, this, DP is equal to PQ, given, DP is equal to PQ, therefore DF is equal, oh no, this is not given, rather DF is equal to FC is given, DF is equal to FC given, it is given. So what can I write? I can write then this is parallel to this, this is equal to this, therefore DP is equal to PQ, DP is equal to PQ, converse of midpoint theorem, converse of midpoint theorem. So therefore from step number 2 and 3, what can you conclude? PQ is equal to QB is equal to PQ is equal to QB is equal to DP. This we have to prove, that is BD is trisected at the 2 points, this P and Q. So first of all I proved that this is a parallelogram, then in triangle this is parallel to this is equal to this, so this is equal to this, converse of midpoint theorem. In triangle DQC, PF is parallel to QC and DF is equal to FC, therefore DP is equal to PQ by converse of midpoint theorem, therefore these three are equal to each other. Okay, we'll discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.